an important American value, and that's food freedom. And this bill will give the opportunity for for cattle that is raised and on farms to be sold by the pound much easier. It makes it easier for cattle, calves, sheep, hogs, bison, goats, rabbits, and the person who raises the cattle, who sells it, simply has to have a disclaimer that shows that it wasn't slaughtered in an FDA-approved facility. For years in Washington, I worked with Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky on a federal bill. Now, what's the difference? It would be better if this is federal, because that would mean that Colorado meat could be, we all know Colorado meat is the best, it could be sold in Nebraska and Texas and California. Unfortunately, it can't be. We don't get to do that here. There is a bipartisan Prime Act in United States Congress. I was a co-sponsor, original co-sponsor when I was there. I hope that Congress passes that. And by the way, this bill, at least growing our domestic market within our borders, we get a say over it in Colorado, will position us well for Colorado meat to be competitive if and when Congress ever gets around to passing the Prime Act. But the FDA-approved facilities should not have an artificial monopoly on being able to prepare meat for consumption. Consumers are smart, and if anything, there's often better traceability when you buy your meat directly from the rancher who produces it. I want to thank Representative Pelton, Representative Valdez, Senator Sonnenberg, the state legislature for their really important work that deregulates farmers and ranchers, making it easier to make high-value sales to consumers. We talk about the consumer benefit, right? Fresh, good meat right from the source. It also means that farmers and ranchers can access to consumers at a higher point on the value chain for them, meaning going through less middlemen, meaning more profits for our farmers and ranchers. Of course, it includes the public health safeguards that inform consumers about the products they're purchasing. People absolutely have the right, just as they do with raw milk and other products, to make those decisions for themselves. And the requirement for sellers to attach a disclaimer to the product, make sure the consumers are informed, and also helps then remove the liability concern from the producer. I also want to thank the Colorado Department of Agriculture, Colorado livestock producers, legislative leadership for working on this bill, certainly one of our priority bills. With this bill, Colorado really renews its call on the country to pass the bipartisan Prime Act. I'm proud to sign this bill today that will help put food on our tables and generate additional profits for farmers and ranchers rather than middlemen. And I'll turn it over to Representative Valdez.
Well, thank you, Governor. It's great to be here. It's an honor. You know, it's lunchtime, so here pretty soon we're going to go and have a barbecue. But this is a good bill, not only for our farmers and ranchers, cutting the red tape, but also making sure that you can go and buy not only directly from the producer or the farmer and take it and know what you're getting, whether it be a full or half, a quarter. It's what you want, and you know what you're going to get. This is a good bill. I'm glad to bring this bill forward with Senator Sonnenberg and Representative Pelton, and moving forward for Colorado meat here in Colorado. Let's continue to move and help our farmers and ranchers today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Governor.
Congratulations. There you are.
Thanks, sir.
And I'm going to keep the other pen from this one because I'm real excited about this bill, so thank you.
Excellent.